This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.
And welcome back, everybody. Wouldn't you like to be the best you can be? I mean, we have so much potential. We don't normally use all of our potential, but I'm talking about the best version of yourself. One of the ways to do that is manage your time. You got a lot going on. You want to show up for yourself and for others, in a comfortable spot, not haggard, worrying about, the clock and all of that. We are going to talk about time management today with a strategic development coach. Cindy Valente joins us on the program today. How are you doing?
I'm well. How about yourself?
Fantastic. And this is one of those topics that I sometimes struggle with, just like anybody else. We got a lot going on. You're trying to fit it all in your day. And it's interesting. I'm going to share this. I'm in a men's group and we have certain values. We're in different tours. I'm in this one for about 6 months. And this is what we say: push, lead, embrace discomfort, be supportable, trust the process, respect men's time. That's like one of the most important ones, respecting others' time.
I love that.
It's so important, but it's not easy.
It is not easy I always go back to who's managing who. You managing your time, or is time managing you?
And interestingly, that's the one thing that you can't even put a price on sometimes. And it's expelled, you can't get it back. With money, I can make more money. I can't make more time.
Right.
Once it's gone.
Right. Yep.
So
no, go ahead.
What's your starting point? Somebody comes to you and says, Cindy, things are all right here. I need your help to be the best I can be. I'm all over the place when it comes to time. I keep schedules, I write things down, but I'm still a mess when it comes to managing my time.
Well, for me, it's consistency, and that is hard to do when you're feeling overwhelmed with your work daily tasks, your family daily tasks, home daily tasks, whatever that is. But, how do you manage your time? How do you want to experience your time? So changing manage into experience.
What's your secret for the way you do it? Is it an app? Is it, calendar?
How I schedule my time?
Yeah.
I am a taskmaster. I think I was born a taskmaster, but not always every single day. But one of the things that I try to do is, or what I do is, I'm list maker extraordinaire. I make lists, and I find that gets me multitasking. I write down everything I need to do, and then I do the things that I need to do, and then I just put it all together and I check off my list. That's a big deal to me, as I check off my list.
Doesn't it feel so good to do that?
It feels amazing. And then if I don't finish everything, I put it on the next day, because it still needs to get done whether you like it or not.
It's so funny. I have different apps. One of them I gravitate toward a little more often. It's called AnyDo. Been using it for years. And you can, it's different categories, get labels. You can put I just make a running list of things that need to get done. And like you said, they're in, sometimes order of importance.
Right.
But I can, just you touch it and it crosses it off, crosses the next one off. But I just go from top to bottom. And sometimes I'll just spend, 20 minutes, like, what do I need to get done here? Start writing them down. Although I will say, Post-it notes, everybody's got their own thing. But when I put it in front of me, there's no ignoring it. It's almost like there's somebody physically there saying, hello, look at this over here. This thing on your desk, it's yellow. I'm over here. You need to see me now.
Well, on my list, I label everything number 1. There's no number 2 or number 3. So I just know that on my list, I got to do all these things. It's not, because they're all important. Obviously, we always probably put our top 3 at the top. But then I just keep my list and my time management there, my timeline that I have to be somewhere at a certain time is on the left side of the sheet or whatever. And then my other tasks are on the right side of the sheet. Just it keeps me in check. And I do like accomplishing my tasks or whatever you want to call them, chores.
Mm,
Sometimes
mhm.
they are chores.
Are you are you just physically old school writing them down?
Yes, completely old school writing them down. I am trying to put them in my computer, but I still feel like I must have been a visual learner before everyone started talking about what kind of learner are you? Because it's there. It's if you can't hide it. But in a computer, it's you can hide it.
Right. I get you, and I'm right there with you. And, don't want to sound old. Love technology. I'm a geek,
Well, I'm old school with paperless.
but there's nothing wrong with that. It's scientifically proven that the connection between the mind and the hand, when you write it down, not type it, write it down, almost cements it to make it real within.
And plus, when you write it down, it opens up your mind to think about other things instead of it always clouding your mind of the tasks you need to get done. And some are important, some are not. But the ones, once you write it down, you're like, okay, I know it's there, but I don't have to think about it anymore.
I'm right there with you, and as you speak, I think that's your superpower. You inspire thoughts. So when I'm putting it on, on my phone on a calendar, which I'm trying to get better at, it's robotic. I'm putting it down 9 a.m. tomorrow.
Right,
Don't forget location, blah, blah, blah. It's robotic. When I'm writing it, I'm thinking and I'm thinking of, wait, I also have to do that. Let me write that down. And
right.
if I do this task, I'll be able to get that done as well. Let me write that down. But when it's on the calendar in a, digital calendar, if you will, it's the, you don't, I don't feel that. I'm just it's like a chore just to put it in the calendar. That's it. It's just another step.
That's the thing, and that's another theory that I work with is touch it once instead of, I was a stay-at-home mom, so I'll take laundry, for example. Put it in the washer, put it in the dryer, hang it, whatever you do, and then put it away. Don't fold it and put it on the dryer and then, keep making a big obstacle out of one simple task,
Yeah. My
you
friend
know?
yelled at me, my best friend, a couple of years ago. I'm carrying something in from outside and it had to go to a different room. So I carry it in and I put it down. He goes, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'll just put it down here for a minute. Just keep going. Just keep
Right,
going."
right. I know it's hard to remember that because I can get into I'll get it when I'm going that direction, but you'd be surprised how little time it takes to just get it done instead of all the time it takes you to take it to four different places and then its final resting place,
Yep. Yep.
wherever that may be.
With time management comes into another time connected situation, procrastination.
Mhm.
How do we look at that today?
Oh gosh, that's an easy thing to do. In fact, sometimes, we get into the thing of we have so many things we need to get done today, but the dog needs to get washed. The sock drawer needs to get sorted. It's we still feel like it's maybe productive activity, but it's not, it is. And some days are just like that where you don't get any of your responsible things done, but you get tasks done. And at the end of the day, we all, if you have a dog, you got to wash your dog sometimes, sort your socks. But procrastination, what are you putting off? It's kind of a mental thing. What are you avoiding when you're procrastinating and not getting done the things you're supposed to be getting done? And then it cycles back to it's in your brain the whole day, thinking about what you should be doing and what you're doing. And it's a vicious cycle.
Hmm. Why do we procrastinate? There's avoidance going on there somehow.
I don't, why do you procrastinate?
Many different reasons. All right. I'm putting myself in a situation to give you an accurate, honest answer. Number of reasons would be fear of failure,
Hmm.
not receiving the enjoyment that you might have wanted to get. Let's say it's a certain task, and I'm hoping I'm going to feel that way when it's completed, but what if I don't? And I don't want to feel that way. So that's another one. But fear of failure is a big one.
That's
Um,
huge for procrastination.
and then the other is I just don't want to do it. It's there's other things, like I'd rather be doing. So I'll just put that lower on the list and I'll get to it. A lot of times you don't get to it, or you get to it sometime way later, which sometimes might not support you. Fear of failure. Why don't we look at that one?
Yeah, that's so true. I mean, it's, somebody says, how do you manage your time? And then you go into, well, I didn't today. So then you feel like a failure. So then, you blame the plan. You don't blame the plan, you blame yourself.
Hmm.
And that's, I don't know, stay intentional, stay grounded. It's hard to do.
Do you find, Cindy, that you may procrastinate on a certain task and you want to get it done,
Right.
but in the back of your mind, you're thinking, that's going to take way longer than I think, or there's going to be a lot more work involved in getting that done. So I avoid it. On to the next thing, I avoid it. On to the next thing. I find myself doing that because everything always takes longer than you think it's going to.
I disagree with that because I have actually done my own test on time. And I think it's going to take this X amount of time to get this task done. And then I just do it in its entirety. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that was so much quicker than I would have thought. I guess depending on the task.
I guess depending on the task. So I get what you're saying. Like I'm tasked with doing something on a new app, new program. Never used it before. I got to learn it. It's okay. And I don't know how long that's going to take, and I don't know what the results are going to be. People have done it before. You know what it's going to be. That's not me yet.
Right.
So I'm seeing it as just like, I want to get it done. I want to say, yes, I did it. It's great. It came out fantastic. But a part of me is like, oh, this is going to be work. I got to learn a program. Then I got to add the creative aspect to it. Um, it's, I guess if you budget a lot of time, you won't procrastinate. Because I'm seeing that now. If I said tomorrow, that's all I'm doing. I'm working on this until I get it done. Then it seems fun. All right, yeah. No time constraints, no pressure.
But think of the feeling you get when you've accomplished and gotten over that task. I mean, technology is not my thing, so it is a challenge for me. And I put it off and I put it off because I don't want to fail at it and I don't want to mess it up.
Hmm.
And, then I need to find somebody to help me unmess it up. And so I get it. So that's, I guess, yeah, I do procrastinate that because it is a challenge.
Mm. And
Yeah.
with that, I can usually figure it out, but I need time. Like
Right.
tonight I go home. I could dig into it. I already have, kind of an idea, whatever. But it could be 11 o'clock at night tonight. And I'm like, I got halfway through and I'm still not done. And then I'm get frustrated. Like, you invested the time. I'm going to be doing something else. And now I'm trying to get this done. And guess what? Now I got to go back to it.
That's the thing. I mean, that's why visually when I put my list together, my list, and I put what I didn't get done today on my list tomorrow. And then I think I should have just done it today and get it done. But go sideways and you're like, well, this is more fun. And that's another thing with time management.
Hmm.
Don't forget to have fun.
Hmm.
It's not always about a task. It's not always about accomplishments. And, so what, you didn't finish all your 10 tasks for the day. That's okay. Give yourself grace.
I love what you said there about what will the feeling be? Because why do we do things? Why do we do things? Because you want to derive pleasure out of it. Usually, think about everything you do, even going to work. If it's not pleasurable, you shouldn't be working there. Time for maybe a change up. Time to talk to Cindy and, and work on that. But there should be something. There should be a payoff, I guess.
Oh, always. I mean, isn't that why we do most things?
I mean, and the thing that I'm describing, there would be the payoff would be the results, and it's a creative thing. And then I think back to another app that I used a couple of weeks ago to take, it's AI, and it's a video for a client working on. It's a take photographs, and I had to turn them into actual video. And I tried a whole bunch of different apps until I nailed one, and it came out amazing, like
So
just insane. All cost me all of $8. And, but I learned it, figured it out, trial and error, try it again, uh, give it a different prompt, what you want it to do. But then when it's done, but when people look at it, and it's in a TV commercial, people look at it
oh,
and say, "Oh my God, that was a photograph? Like, that was a picture. That's AI and working there." Um, that's a payoff for me because people are happy with it. You got to remember the payoff. I think we forget it. Even doing laundry, the feeling of, what's that feeling? I got fresh laundry being done. I cross something off my list. There's a big plus there too.
absolutely. I mean, that's even the simplest of tasks, it's you know, going on a walk, going to the gym. I mean, that's another thing. We all know how great we're going to feel after we do whatever exercise that we like to do most of the time,
Mm-hmm.
and just go do it. But, it's consistency every day, you
Other
know.
tips for time management. What can you give us?
Oh gosh, whatever makes you feel better at the end of the day. Is it writing it down? Is it doing 20 things before you get to the task that you want to do, but still getting to the task? Everybody goes about it differently. I know people who are very frazzled, they still get it done, but it's not my way, but they get it done and however it works. So I just always say whatever it works and makes you happy and accomplished and moving forward. We all want to move forward. We all want to get to uh, being our best selves and feeling our best selves. And what does that take? Who do we want to be at the end of the day?
Should we be identifying priorities? Like you said, you make everything number one. I kind of do the same thing now. Now that I look at it, it's just everything's important unless
Right.
there's some very, subtasks that, when I get to it, I mean, there's some on that app that I told you about. When I look at them, there's some at the bottom of the list that have been there for like 4 years. I'm not, don't judge, don't laugh. They're not important. It's like,
No judging.
yeah, I wanted to investigate a certain website, so I just wrote it down there as a task, and then it's always there. I'm like, that's not important. This other stuff is, and maybe one day when I'm sitting on a train or a plane, I'll click it and whatever. It's probably not even existing anymore, but because it's so old. But whatever. Priorities. What can you tell us?
Whatever is your priority. I mean, I know what mine are, but it depends on truly it goes back to how do you want to feel at the end of the day?
Mm,
If this is a priority to you, get it done. Do it, even if you don't want to. And manage yourself and be your best self. And when you do those things, and I'm not saying stay on task 24/7, nobody can do that, but stay on your task to the best of your ability and give yourself the opportunity to do what it is you want to do and accomplish your goals. Stay focused and stay grounded. Truly, I think that be who you
mm.
want to be.
Ooh, okay. Um, we pivoted a little bit here to,
Right, right.
just a toe into the spiritual side. Um, Staying grounded can help you with time management.
I believe so. Because if you stay true to who you are, you will get done the task you want to do because it
Hmm.
know what the goal is. And to me, they kind of work hand in hand.
I see that now because if you are grounded, side note, what is grounding? Take a walk outside, touch a tree, ground
Right,
yourself many different ways. Um, you're going to be more authentic in those tasks and those priorities. It's really coming from you as opposed to what you think you should be doing, if that makes sense.
right, right. I mean, but I mean, get up in the middle of the morning or get up whenever you get up, and then your brain is on fire with all the things you need to get done today. And that's why, writing it down and getting it done, but still taking the time to relax in the morning, take, yoga or do stress release, whatever that is for you. But don't get stressed out about it, because that's where the failure feels. If you're so stressed out about something, you feel like you can't go forward, you're stuck. It can be toxic if you put too much emphasis on productivity and task orient. Some people, when you're asking what task management means, they get all, oh my gosh, so many things to do. And then some say, no big deal, I've got this.
Hmm. And it's also reasonable expectations. You may not be able to get all that stuff done, so you
Right.
can't beat yourself up. I think many times we do that. I didn't even get to that yet today. Oh my gosh, where did the day go? And then you get frustrated from within yourself, which is
Right. But also, you can have 10 things you need to get done in a day, and it goes sideways.
mm.
Something else came up that you totally were not expecting, and you just need to let it go. It's going to be there. Just like the laundry, it will always be there.
Do you intentionally put on your list of tasks things like grounding or like going to the gym?
Yes, I do. And here's a little secret that I do. Sometimes if I'm overwhelmed, feel like I'm not managing my time, not getting my things done, I will write down things I've already done, just so my list doesn't look empty and frazzled. It's a cheat sheet.
All right. I think I have that, but let's do that one more time. Tell me that again.
Started, if I feel like I'm not accomplishing anything, I haven't moved forward in what I need to do, I write down what I've already done. So I'm like, okay, I've already accomplished a couple tasks. Now let's move on. Now we can move forward. I think of it like a writer. You looking at a blank sheet of paper and you can't do anything because it's stifling you. You've got this blank sheet of paper. Just start scribbling, just start writing nothing that makes sense. Just start making it not blank. And
I love
then,
that idea. Wow. That psychologically, that's a win.
yeah, I keep things simple. That works for me as well, keeping things very simple.
It's almost as if somebody's climbing a mountain and you've gotten so far, but the mountain is still there, and you got to climb it before sunset.
Right,
And now you're all frustrated because, you had to do things, I had to gather water, I had to do this, blah, 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 blah.
right.
But look behind you where you were.
Yes,
Maybe you came up to a couple of certain summits and now here's the big mountain, but
right,
look what you've achieved so far. All right, so you're not at the top yet, but look
right.
where you came. Hmm.
And look where you're going,
Yeah.
downhill,
Ooh,
not
you're,
always uphill.
you're such a coach. You're right, but you're right. I didn't even think of it in those terms. But you're right. Once you go up that mountain, guess what? You're coming down that mountain, it'll be downhill. It'll be, we want
Right.
to assume, easier.
Well, right.
Hmm.
But
Wow.
it's up and down, up and down. But it's important to keep steady. Life doesn't have to be a roller coaster. It can be steady. The highs don't have to be too high and the lows aren't too low.
Yeah, final question on that. Is that is that a mastery? Like getting to that point where you're in that zone. Let's say you have the thresholds. Here we go. And these are the thresholds. And it'd be nice if we could set them. My question here is, in time, are you able to set them so that the ups and the downs are like this as opposed to like this all over the place?
Yes. Yes. And I truly believe that goes back to full circle to time management.
Really?
You're not frazzled with all the things you're supposed to be doing and the things you're not doing. But if you get them done, I mean, like you feel so good when you've done something, but it didn't get you all frazzled. You just realized I need to get this done, and needs today or whenever, and just stay steady. And that will create so much more success in your time.
Isn't that one of the most wonderful feelings there are?
Mhm.
When you're getting stuff done, but you're not frazzled. I took a couple of days off, right? And I traveled solo. My whole intention was catching up on books, catching up on me, just taking some time. I was still getting things done, but then there was that moment, I'm going to take a nap. Yeah,
Right.
I never do that. I'm going to actually take a nap. But there was no pressure. It was just that fun, freedom, flexibility, the best feeling ever.
Well, that's, goes by give yourself grace. It's
Mm,
okay. You don't need to be on task all day, all the time.
yeah. Yep. Mm. Wonderful talk today. I see things in a very different way, and I like
So you're going
your.
to go be more productive the rest of the day.
I hope so. Well, day's almost over, but I've still got things to do.
Me too.
Although I will tell you this, Cindy, I was going to go to a meeting later, and I'm not because I'm going to dig into that thing that I was talking about, that
Good.
task. I am.
Nice. As you should.
Because I'll have all evening to do it. I have no other plans. I was going to do something. I'm not going to do it. I'll catch up next week, whatever. It's a networking thing. And I'll just do this and it'll be
Right.
more fun. So there's no pressure.
Right. Yes. And life should be fun
It should. Yeah.
every day,
Including the work part.
including the work part. We all have work in some capacity.
How do we connect with you? If somebody is challenged by time situations or they're just looking for somebody to be hold them accountable and help pilot their life forward, how do they connect with you?
Well, everybody has time, so go check my website out at cindyvalente.com and Instagram, TikTok, Cindy Valente Life Coach.
Well worth the time to go there and check it out. You have a lot of great stuff on there and a lot of insight. And I feel before we even met, I went to your website. I feel like I know you or knew you before we officially met, on these podcasts, just from your website.
Yeah, I thought it was I'm pretty transparent on my website.
Yeah,
Right?
it's authentic.
It is authentic.
Hmm.
No chat GPT on my website.
Ah, isn't it funny that there's actually an app called Humanize to take Chat GPT after you do whatever you're going to do, and then make it look or sound human. It's like ridiculous, but I guess we need it, to humanize.
I guess so. I don't know. That's
Mm.
funny.
Thanks for today and all the insight information, and looking forward next time we get together.
Have a great week.
You too. We'll be right back.
This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.